Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who purchased my single topic energy reading, and their topic is love. So if you have found your way to this reading, maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe there are some messages in this reading that will resonate with you. If you understand what this person's going through, or you feel like you're in a similar situation, definitely leave comments below and validate this person, or feel free to share anything you want to share. And if you are interested in a love reading or a single topic energy reading, head over to promiseharmony.com/services, or you can email me. My information will be in the description and the comments below. So we're going to get into this. Thank you so much to the person who purchased this for allowing me to post it publicly on my channel. I'm not going to say their name or their personal information to protect this person and their privacy, but we will be doing a reading for them. If this doesn't resonate with you, remember this is a reading for a specific person who is allowing me to post this in case anyone else out there happens to resonate with it. So this person's question has to do with their situation with their boyfriend. So this person was very in love with their boyfriend, had a great relationship, and then they moved in together. Everything was great, but now she kind of feels like maybe something's changing, or she's starting to get a fear that like maybe they aren't into them anymore, or that they're gonna break up, or that the worst is gonna happen, or like the other shoe's gonna drop. So we're just gonna look into the situation and see what's going on here and any messages that want to come out regarding this situation. And I just want to say this is so normal. Like you can basically have a crush on someone or be really into them and you like them and you're flirting, but like you're afraid that maybe they don't want to date you, or maybe they don't want to take it to the next level with you, and then they do, and you're like, yay, now we're official, now we're dating, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, everything's great, and then you're like, wait, but do they love me? Oh gosh, what if they don't love me? What if they break up with me? And then they tell you that they love you, and you're like, yay, you're up in the clouds, you're floating, you're so happy, everything's great, and then time passes and you're like, but what if they break up with me? Like, what if we don't end up together? What if we don't move in together? Or what if we don't get engaged or something? So then you guys move in together and it's awesome, and you're like, yay, everything's awesome again, and I'm feeling so good. And then it's like, wait, but do they want to be with me for real? What if they get over me? Or what if they're just around me too much and they get sick of me? And you know, what if we don't get engaged? And then you get engaged and you're like, yes, we're engaged, oh my gosh, everything's great, everything's awesome. But then you're like, wait, what if they don't actually go through with it? What if they chicken out on the wedding? What if they get cold feet? And then you get married, yay, oh my gosh. And then you realize after you get married, after a while and the honeymoon phase is over, that it never ends. And you're just like, what if we get divorced? Or what if it doesn't work out? Or what if this isn't my true twin flame? Or you know, what if they cheat on me? Or what if, like, there's always something. There's nothing you can ever do in a relationship, and nothing the other person can ever say or do that's going to give you security. Obviously, words of validation help. Obviously, building trust in the relationship helps. Obviously, like feeling like you guys are on the same page helps, and that's good and that's healthy in a relationship. But ultimately, your feelings of security, your feelings of peace always come from inside of you. And that's something I have learned in love. I did that whole thing of like trying to get to the next phase and trying to get to the next phase, and just want to be at a place where I can feel that peace and security. And when you're with the right person, you will feel that to a certain extent, but you will always have your own doubts. You will always have your own fears inside of you, and you'll always be pushing for the next phase. So something that does really help is just being in the moment and developing trust in yourself. Like, if you can trust yourself enough to know, like, no matter what happens in this situation, I trust myself to be able to land on both feet, to be able to figure out my situation. If shit hits the fan and like the worst thing happens, like I know that I'm going to be able to get through it. You know, trusting in yourself and also trusting in the universe that if you have your soul contract with this person ends up being over at some point, just know that like you're meant to connect with another soulmate in the future, or maybe you're meant to connect with your true twin flame. So just trusting in the energies, and also realizing that everything's always changing, everything's always growing, everything's always evolving. Nothing lasts forever. Even if you end up married to someone, like eventually one of you or both of you is going to die. And I know that that's really morbid and intense, but eventually they pass away, or you pass away, you both eventually pass away, and you go and you go to the other side, and you decide to come back down here again, or whatever your next mission is with your soul. So even if you stay together with someone the rest of your life, we do end up being separated again eventually. Also realizing that we're always together, if that makes sense. All of us are one family, all of us are one collective. It's like the ocean. There are drops in the ocean, but every single drop makes up the ocean together. So like we're all together, we're all one, but we're also separate and together. It's an interesting paradox. So seeing the situation from a more spiritual perspective does help, but also emotionally in the moment, we have fears, we have doubts. And so working through that in yourself is going to help you so much to just be present. Also allowing yourself to occasionally have these doubts and fears and not pushing them away when they come to you is going to help too. You can't just be like, oh, well, spiritually we're all one and everything's great, and you know, whatever happens, it's meant to be. But like you really are afraid one day. Like sometimes writing about that, or expressing that fear, or like writing a song or a poem, or making some art, or speaking to someone that you trust, or even speaking with your partner about it will help you. But it's another thing, it's all about balance, because it's another thing when those fears start to control your life and keep you from being able to be happy. Sometimes our fears really are just false evidence appearing real. Sometimes it's not even real, and it's just this thought that's coming from the past or something like that. So you mentioned in your question you feel like you've had this pattern going in your love cycle and you want to break the pattern, and I just have this intuition it has to do with like what's inside of you. There's nothing your partner can say or do to help you with this, other than maybe helping make them aware of your feelings. And maybe if you feel like you need to hear more words of affirmation from them, or you need more comfort from them, or, you know, you can work through that in the relationship, but you also got to do your part. So that's my speech. Let's go ahead and see what's going on, the current energy in this relationship. So what is the current energy between you guys? Wow, I mean, I really do feel like a strong energy between you guys, and the cards are reflecting that. Like you guys have a strong soul connection, like you guys are meant to be together. This card even says this could be the one, like this could be it. This could lead to something more, you know. You don't want to get too in your head about that right now, just be in the moment with them, but they feel strongly about you. You guys feel strongly about each other, and this is also saying worth waiting for. Like don't push the whole like should we get engaged or married. Like you guys have come far. I do feel like you should wait for the next step, and maybe that's not something you guys should be discussing right now. Trust yourself. But I just feel like anchoring in this energy of self-love is so important. Like I talked about, you guys are both working on your self-respect and feeling attractive and feeling confident, feeling worthy, feeling desirable. That comes from within. I also see a reminder here that inside each one of us is like an inner child that longs for laughter and sunshine and play, and can be also kind of scared sometimes or worried sometimes, that can be kind of meek, you know? So we are in these adult bodies, but there's still a part of us that's never grown up. That's like the inner child. So you might have a fear within you, especially if in your past you were abandoned by somebody in love, or, you know, had an abrupt breakup, or you lost somebody in love, or dealt with unrequited love, or if one or both of your parents abandoned you or was less than loving with you, or dare say even abusive or neglectful. or just emotionally distant, that can leave a chip on your shoulder that kind of causes you to always be looking outside of yourself for that love, that validation, that attention, that approval, and to expect a lot out of a lover, to be very codependent or needy. And how do I know about this? Because I went through this. I had mommy issues and daddy issues, and so it just caused me to really look outside of myself to try to fill that void that was inside of me from not getting what I needed from my primary relationship with my parents. So sometimes what happens is when you move in with somebody, like that becomes your new primary relationship, and your last primary relationship is usually with your parents or parent or caregiver. And so any issues or conflicts you had with your caregivers growing up, you're going to repeat those conflicts with the new primary relationship when you move in with someone. So when you move in with somebody, there's that honeymoon phase, and then you end up, all the ghosts come out of the closet to play, and your baggage and their baggage collide, and it gets awkward. And then like basically what happens is you have this chance to heal. You have a chance to like affirm to yourself, like, you know, this is a new relationship. I don't have to repeat the past. I don't have to treat them or act with this person as I used to with my caregivers or my older primary relationship. This is a chance to start over. This is a chance to really embrace love. This is a chance to respect myself and respect them and to learn and grow. And so whether we like to admit it or not, loving relationships, romantic relationships, especially people we move in with, that's a huge growing opportunity. And we tend to just kind of, all hell kind of breaks loose when you let somebody in that close. And so it's a beautiful experience. I've learned so much from the people I've moved in with, and I think that it's beautiful because this person becomes like a mirror to you, and you become a mirror to them, and so you become a lot more aware of how you act and how you speak and how you think and how you treat others, and they do as well. So you have a chance to heal, to learn, to grow, and it doesn't happen overnight. So it's basically contrast. Contrast will come up in the relationship. There will be some energies you're going to have to kind of smooth out and balance. And that's the nature of a primary relationship. And so it's a huge opportunity for healing. And when it works out well with somebody, you're able to communicate clearly. You're able to treat each other respectfully. You're able to forgive. You're able to speak your truth. And you're able to feel comfortable. But it takes time to get there. But I see that you guys are learning together and growing together, and I don't see any major hurt in this relationship. I don't see that either of you guys has really stabbed each other in the back or has been deceptive or dishonest. I don't see any of that energy in this relationship. I feel like it's a very healing, beautiful relationship. It feels calm to me. It feels I don't know, I just don't feel like you or your partner is very vindictive. I don't feel any toxic energy. I feel a very blessed relationship here. But there's always going to be problems in every relationship. So I think that's what's hard, is like the honeymoon phase is wearing off and you're just like, okay, back to real life. And this is kind of a little bit more difficult than I thought. And it is scary. You become very vulnerable with this person. They see you every part of every day, like you fart in front of them, like you get sick, or they you know, they have to take care of you, or they see you at your worst moment. They see all the little things you used to do by yourself and all your habits. You can't pretend like you're perfect anymore. So you're just like, are they gonna love me, all of me, for everything I am? It is scary being vulnerable. Let's just see how your partner feels about you. What are their true feelings towards you? Well, they feel very passionately about you. They love connecting with you. You guys have a chemistry together. I mean, definitely physical chemistry, but I also feel like the chemistry is coming from the passion you guys share. So their feelings for you are still strong. That was a question you had. Do they still have like intense feelings because the dynamic of the relationship seems to have changed. And there's true love between you guys. I mean, I love seeing these cards. They do view you as a true love. And this says this is the romance of a lifetime. So they view you as a true love. They are authentically in love with you. I don't think they're just messing around or just going with the flow or with you for convenience. They feel a passionate love for you, and that's beautiful to see. Also, it's really nice to see that they also think you could be the one. I think they really are thinking about having a future with you, and I think they thought deeply about moving in with you. They really gave it thought. I feel like this is the kind of person, like the guy that you're with, he's very, he's not impulsive, and I feel like he thought about it before he moved in with you. He wasn't just like, oh, well, this will be fun, or this is convenient. He was like, I can imagine myself spending my life with this person, so let's just see how this goes. So now I see playfulness. They feel playfully towards you. It's nice to see that's a feeling they have for you. Yes, they're serious about this relationship, but they also have fun with you. They also enjoy you. They love making you laugh. They love cuddling you. They like the routine of your life together. I think you've really made their life brighter and more special, and they do enjoy this relationship. Now, your fear is that they are going to find a new love, or that like they're flirting with somebody else or something like that's going on. So let's pull some cards and just see, like, is there a new love? Because I feel like this card is coming out because there's a new love, a deeper love, a more intimate, vulnerable love that is growing between you guys since you moved in together. Is there somebody else? Yeah, your fear is that this is the Lover's card, which usually talks about a third party or a love triangle. But I pulled this with the dedication card, so I don't think so. They're dedicated to you. They're very dedicated to you. Yeah, I also feel like they don't have any time to go out and find somebody else. Their life seems pretty busy. I don't think they have that desire. They're dedicated to you. So beautiful. Let's see what your feelings are towards them. You're willing to kind of wait and see how this goes with them. You're like, I want to wait to see what's going to happen here. You're open to having a future with this person for sure. I feel like getting married or like whatever, committing to them for like a super, super long time, that is kind of nerve-wracking for you. You're kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of young. I kind of want to just take my time and just see how, like, just be in the moment. So, but you're worth waiting to see like what this develops into. There's no rush on going to the next level in this relationship, whatever that looks like for you guys. This is also saying that you really don't want to leave them. Like, you are comfortable in your situation, and I feel like now that you're comfortable and you feel safe, that's what's scaring you. Because I feel like your life, I'm just tapping into your past, like there's been situations where the other shoe is dropped. Like every time it seems like you're happy, you're comfortable, something happens. And it might also be this self-fulfilling prophecy, like that you feel like you gotta self-sabotage a relationship when it's going well because inside you're not feeling as worthy of love. You still flirt with your partner. There's still some flirty, fun energy there. You feel the chemistry. Like, even there might be some days where you're upset at them and you consider like, you know, screw this, I'm moving out or whatever. But the second you start thinking about that and when you pull away from them, you naturally are pulled back towards them. You guys are like magnets. And look, you feel the soul connection. So the only thing I see here is that you're afraid of this. You're really afraid of deception, and you might be putting a mask up to your partner. Sometimes picking fights to see if they care, sometimes expecting them to come after you. And so that behavior definitely has to stop, you know. I know how this goes in relationships, but I think that there's a message that's saying like being more honest with your partner about how you feel is definitely going to help, as cliche as that sounds. asking yourself, like, am I picking this fight because I just feel like I need to be held, or I just need to see that they care? And you can simply just tell your partner, like, I need to see that you care, like, you know, just tell them. Sometimes with men too, you kind of got to spell it out for them. You got to spell it out exactly what you need, exactly what, you know, is important to you. And so I feel like you guys are going to learn to communicate more, especially over the next couple of months. But yeah, you want to stay with this person. You want to be with them. So let's look at where this energy is heading in the near future for you guys. So there is a worry in this relationship about the codependency. This is warning you that you need to make sure that you continue towards your goals and your dreams, that you set some plans for yourself outside of the relationship, that you continue to make friendships and you stay connected with your friends. Because sometimes when you move in with somebody, you get sucked into like that relationship vortex and you just end up hanging out all the time and not leaving the house very much, and that's fun in the honeymoon period. But having like a girls' night once a week, or going on a weekend trip with a friend and getting like some space from your partner sometimes will be really good, and it will spice the relationship up. It also helps grow trust in the relationship. Your partner might not admit it, but they need time to make choices and to be on their own. And like, if you want your partner to be more successful in life, giving them that space giving them space to like create that is important. So codependency is something that is kind of a struggle for many people who move in together or get married. And what it means is like you basically are just so dependent on each other that you have to go everywhere together, you have to do everything together, you're like attached at the hip, and there's no room for breathing. So friendships, developing friendships and having other relationships and making that a priority is important. And sometimes you just have to like book a gym membership and just like go a couple times a week and give them space, you know. Sometimes you have to just be like, you know what, screw it, I'll go to the grocery store by myself. Like little things like that can really help. And don't forget to go out with your friends sometimes. That way you'll have give them some time to miss you. You need to give them, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Give your partner some time to miss you and really work towards this. And then this is saying that you guys will have more chemistry. You guys will have more chemistry if you allow each other to separate a little bit sometimes, get some breathing space. Maybe if you're feeling like that pressure, it might just be a tension because you guys need more space. And it's not like a bad space, like, oh, we need to get some space, or we need to take a break. It's not like that. It's just like, you don't even need to tell your partner. It doesn't need to be a big thing like, hey, I think we should do this. Just take the initiative and do it yourself. Just be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the grocery store by myself. You want me to come? Oh, no, it's fine. You stay home, enjoy yourself. Or like, I'm going to go to the gym, or I signed up for this class on Tuesday, Thursday nights. Even if you're like, oh, dang, we both work so much and I just want to be with them in the evenings. Just get out of the house once or twice a week, you know, after work, and let them be on their own. Let them have time to think and grow, and it's important. I also pulled this card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. There is possible engagement in the future in this relationship if that's something that you are interested in. It's definitely in the cards for you. So as far as what I'm seeing, everything here looks pretty good. You just need to give each other some space. That's probably what's going on here. Kind of get out of the funk that you're in. And as far as how to clear the fears that you have surrounding this relationship, I think one of the biggest messages I've gotten so far is friendship. Like, whoa, that car out there. This is saying work really hard to make some new friends, because that's going to balance the energy. This is about temperance. You guys need to find a good balance. Also, develop a really good foundation in your life so you don't feel so dependent on this person. A good relationship works when financially and, you know, energy-wise, when you can take care of yourself and they can take care of yourself. And it's just the cherry on top when you pull that abundance and those resources together to support each other. But, you know, you need to really make sure that you're not super dependent on them, and really grow your abundance. And I just see a lot of messages about working towards your career and getting your abundance grown and getting a good foundation in your life. So there's not that fear of like, oh no, if they leave me, I'm totally screwed and I'm on the streets or something. I don't think it's like that for you, but you know, you want to feel like I can handle it no matter what happens, you know? Not like you need to be afraid or move forward out of that threat. Move forward because of love for yourself and because you want to grow your own foundation. So you can feel independent even though you're in a relationship. This is reunion. I see soul family coming into your life. I see like this represents a group of friends. This is about time. It'll take time to make some friendships and for new people to come in your life, but take action. I do see a message about joining some type of class or something like that once or twice a week to help you be more creative, to make new friends, to be in a group energy. I used to do Zumba, kind of random, but I used to do that I don't do it anymore because I'm not in a country that does that. But I did that when I was living in the US, and it was fun, and it got me out of the house a couple times a week. And yeah, this is justice. I think this is the justice card reverse. You're feeling kind of like in the past in love, things didn't work out your way, and that's like your destiny, and you just feel doomed to keep repeating the same cycle. But I think affirmations will help. Like, I've broken this cycle. I've already broken this cycle. I've let this go. I'm in a new relationship. This is a new person. This is a new life, and I've changed. Like, reminding yourself that you've changed will help. Trust in yourself. I've changed. You know, I've manifested a new relationship that's more harmonious because of the work I've done on myself, because of all the lessons and blessings I've had from past relationships. So I don't have to be afraid that I'm going to repeat the cycle, because that cycle is already broken. And this is a whole new situation, and it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new life, and I can start over anytime I want. I have so many choices and options if I want to create change in the energy in this relationship, in the dynamic. And reminding yourself you can't change other people, you can only change yourself. You can ask your partner for help and support, you can tell them how you feel, but ultimately you have to be the one that changes. And if you want to create change, it's up to what you can do. So you can take action, but ultimately this is saying you guys have the recipe of a long-lasting relationship. You really do. You're going to be learning so much more together. Let's pull some cards. Final message for you regarding this situation. Anything else you need to know, or how to help you with your fears? This purification card is coming up to tell you to cut cords with past relationships so that energy isn't hanging around you. Check out Manifest with Me in March, episode 5, I think, on my channel. It's called Root Chakra Clearing Meditation. I would highly suggest that you do that meditation. It's free, it's on my channel. You can, in that meditation, cut cords with your exes or anybody in your life, any primary relationships you had that just left you feeling like you got that chip on your shoulder. And this is also saying simplicity. Sometimes we overthink, sometimes we just have fears and doubts, and remembering just to keep it simple. Remembering to remind yourself that it's okay for you to enjoy your life. It sounds like, from what I saw in your cards, you really do have a beautiful situation. Allow yourself to enjoy it. You are allowed to have fun. You have permission to enjoy your life and to enjoy this relationship. Sometimes being real with yourself and reminding yourself, like, yeah, everything changes, everything grows, everything evolves, there's no guarantees. Might as well just live for today. Like, YOLO is kind of a vibe you need to have. Courage. This is so sweet. Have courage. Love is crazy. Love is scary. Like I said, you can go through all the things and get married and have children and like have all these properties together and still not be guaranteed that they're not going to leave you, or that even if you have all the trust and all the respect in the world, you just never know it can happen. So just have courage to know, like, well, is what it is. Like, trust in the extraordinary connection you have with your soulmate, this partner you're with, and with more awareness. I think the main message I'm getting from this is to have awareness that you have broken old cycles, that you are Like your beautiful situation you're in, the blessings you have are like a testament to that. So this is saying trust that you manifested this, trust that you have changed, you have grown, and trust in the connection you guys have. You might not see it every day, you might not feel it every day. Sometimes you wake up and the day just feels normal. Your connection between your partner just feels normal. There's not passion, it's just going through the day. That's just how it is sometimes. Not every day is going to be super passionate and romantic and beautiful. Like, I feel like if it was like that, we just become desensitized towards it. You know, on those special days, those special moments, like, you know, revel in that. And there should also be some type of sweetness and kindness between each other every day. Learn to love the little things your partner does for you. Maybe they make you some toast, or they, you know, make the bed one day, or they send you a little text. Like, they have their own unique ways of showing their love for you. You know, be aware of that and trust. Remember, trusting in yourself. So I hope this reading resonated with you. Overall, this relationship seems like it's doing pretty well and it's headed to a beautiful place. And thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace out.